So let's cross over to Madrid, where sports journalist Cristina Gullo can help us pick through the calendar. Cristina, so lovely to see you on the show. Now, walk us through the F1 calendar. Through a pundit's eye, which do you think are going to be the strongest, the most pivotal races throughout the calendar? Which 5 or 6 races do you think are going to make the most difference for all of the drivers?
I think this particular season is pretty difficult to say because, as you know, the season that is about to start is completely different to what we've seen in the past years. This season, F1 has suffered the biggest changes, the biggest revolution in the last 19 years. So aerodynamic is different, the cars are wider, even the tires are wider, but it's impossible not to talk and not to think about Lewis Hamilton. Throughout the season, he has a couple of tracks where he's really good at. It comes to my mind, for example, Austria. Also, it jumps to my mind, Canada. He has won 5 times there. And then digging a bit more throughout this season, I will also pay attention to what happens in Silverstone, in China, because Lewis has won 4 times there. Also, definitely Sebastian Vettel. It's somebody to keep an eye on. He has shown a really good performance, for example, in China, in Italy, in Singapore. So these 3 tracks are some tracks that he's really good at, and given the potential that we have seen of the Ferrari in the preseason, they're going to be quite strong.
Okay, well, let's go back to talk about Hamilton for a moment again. He won 7 out of the 8 races after Monaco last season, the only loss coming in that European Grand Prix. Do you think that the start of the season is a bogey for him? Is it taboo for him?
I don't think that the beginning of the season is what we could call the Achilles heel of Lewis Hamilton. It is true that he didn't have a really good performance at the beginning of the season in 2016, but in my opinion, it is more due to the fact that Nico Rosberg was having a really good beginning of the season, and that is a trend that continues what we saw at the end of 2015.
Okay, well, that's why I wanted to go with this, because now that Nico Rosberg is out of the picture, and from a pundit's point of view, looking globally at the calendar, do you think it will go down to the wire like last season in Abu Dhabi in the last race, or do you think it's going to be wrapped up maybe by Malaysia, let's say?
It's pretty early to say so, but unfortunately, I don't think we will have to wait until the last part of the season, until November, or even until the last race in Abu Dhabi to see a clear candidate to winning the title.
Great, fantastic, Cristina. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you, my pleasure.